Episode of the Everblack Podcast is brought to you by Deathwish, Hotrods and Kustoms. Check out their Instagram for all their new t-shirts, caps, beanies, cups, and the all-new Atomic Death lineup.
Hello.
Hey! There you are.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, good, man. What's going on?
Oh, busy day today. We're just finished sound check, able to get a little bit of food, and now I have an hour of interviews before I have to get dressed and play tonight. So
brutal, dude. Cramming it all in, eh?
Yes.
It's good to see you again, dude. Well, I mean, in person.
Yeah. Thank you. I survived the pandemic.
Yes, you did. Like us all, as much as we could. But
yes.
Yeah, that's it, eh? But man, hey, thanks for joining us on the show again. Like, I think this is the 6th time you've jumped on, which is cool.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, mate, you're currently on tour. I can see you're in a back room there. How's the tour going?
Good so far. It's still early in the tour. I think we've did maybe 11 shows out of like 43 or 44 coming up. Oh. So it's still early stages. But it's been great. It's just great. The first couple, first week or so, just we start to realize our bodies hurt after the shows, and the next day we're like, oh. So we're just being, grumpy old men for the first couple weeks, and then we fall into it.
How long's it usually take for you to sort of get into that groove of it physically? Because I know I do a couple of shows in a row and I'm like reaching for the Voltaren.
I feel like I'm kind of into it already. I mean, it's usually just the first couple of days is kind of figuring out, just getting used to the stage show and the songs and all that. So now I've memorized the set list, so that's a good thing. I don't have to look down at it anymore. So yeah, it's like I said, it takes a couple days, sometimes a week, till we all kind of fall in line with it. But so far so good.
Yeah, awesome, man. Awesome. Well, of course, the new album Horrifier is out on October 7, and man, it's such a great album. Like,
thank you.
It's what the doctor or mortician, I don't know, ordered, I guess. For me, I don't know. Every time you release an album, I know that it's going to be quality, and it just puts me in a good mood. So great. I look forward to listening to it. And I've got to say that the opener and the single, of course, Insides Out, is filthy, disgusting, stank face inducing. What else could I call it? But it's fucking amazing, and I love it.
It's a heavy duty one. It's the video, I think, kind of matched the audio of it, so yeah, it's just a really just unique song that we have on the record. I think it's just unique to our catalog of songs. It's just, but it fits. It sounds like a monster. The riff, the guitars, all that, it sounds like a monster. And for some people, I think when they think of Wednesday 13, of course they say horror punk or whatever, and they'll think of some of the earlier stuff. So when they hear that song, it could be like, whoa, I didn't even realize this is Wednesday 13, or because it's such a different song. But for me, that song, when the music was brought to the table and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, all right, how am I going to put the lyrics over this? And I literally just kind of channeled in Twisted Sister. It reminded me of their Stay Hungry album. Whenever so you got your We're Not Going to Take It, and yep. I want Rock, and then they had Burn in Hell, and then they had Captain Howdy, and those songs were just heavy and weird. And I remember at the time it was almost kind of scary, but it still was them. And the same thing for like God of Thunder by Kiss. When I first heard that, I'm like, whoa, is that Kiss? So yeah, this is our God of Thunder, Burn in Hell type of song, and it fits well. And we've been playing it live every night, and it's probably my favorite song in the set list, and the crowd just loves it. It's just got such a, you cannot not do this.
That's it. And the face drops.
The face.
Yeah, man, I love it.
The mean mug.
Yeah.
Knuckle dragon. It's a knuckle dragon song.
I love it. I'm all about it. All about it. And I love the cover. The cover reminds me of Snake Mountain. I don't know if you can see it up here. Snake Mountain.
That's exactly the inspiration of it. My artist that I've been working with for the past couple of years, great artist, guy named Johnny Bush. We worked on it for a couple of months, different ideas, and we actually had the album cover before we even recorded the record, which is the first in my career ever.
Oh yeah.
But I just said, hey man, why don't we make like my version of Snake Mountain? And just when it came out, that's exactly what, you get it.
Yeah.
So but it's such a cool thing. But again, to some people it reminded them of King Diamond a little bit. So it's like it's all in good artwork world, because King Diamond's artwork's amazing. He-Man artwork is amazing. So with us, being the way it seems to be every year, it seems like physical product just starts to go away more and more. So I try to make our album, our cover art, everything, we want you to put your filthy hands on it. You have to hold it. It means something. It's more than just just listening to the music. It's all a big visual package. It all has to go together to understand it.
100%. I can't wait to get it on vinyl. I can't wait to have
it. Me too.
Yeah. But do you know what would be cool? Imagine having that as a play set.
That'd be amazing. Maybe one day, maybe if we could sell a bajillion records, they'll make a Wednesday 13 castle for your children to play with.
Yeah, the children. Yeah, that's right.
Do it for the children. Always for the children.
Yeah. But oh man, the song that I guess gave me the biggest chuckle was "Good Day to Be a Bad Guy." No, yes. I don't know if you'd call it happy, but it's definitely triumphant, and it put me in a pretty good mood when I was driving. What's the origins of that one?
Again, I talk about my influences all the time because they are a huge part of it. So, when I was saying Insides Out, it kind of reminded me of Twisted Sister's heavy stuff. Well, Good Day to Be a Bad Guy is like, we're not going to take it. Or it's that anthematic, it's happy, it's fun, but when you listen to the lyrics and you go, whoa, that's these lyrics are funny. It was one of the very first songs that I wrote, and immediately when I wrote it, I was like, man, this sounds like Murderdolls. This sounds like this could be a Murderdolls song, or would be a Murderdolls song. So I just went with it. I knew instantly that when we recorded that, it was going to be a cool, fun song. And we've been playing that live every night, and no one knows it yet, because that's the next single. That's out on October 5th. But by the time when we play it live, by the middle of the song, they're singing the chorus back to me. So I knew that was going to be a good crowd reaction song. And the title alone is it's a funny title. And the title of it kind of came from whenever the lockdowns first happened, and for COVID in 2020, and Los Angeles, California is where I live, and it was one of the first places to shut down, and they had the mandatory mask. So at first, that became a thing for 2 years, and everyone got used to the mask. But at first it was kind of like, mandatory mask, me being the kind of dude I am, I'm sitting there thinking, like, when I heard that, I'm like, mandatory mask, you have to wear a mask everywhere? I'm like, even into the bank? And they were like, into the bank. And I'm like, well, it's a good day to be a bad guy.
I love it.
So that's where that title came from. Just kind of like a, wow, everyone has to wear masks. So well, good luck. The crime rate is going up.
Weird times we're in, man. Weird times we're in. But I also like the song about Christine on there too. That's a banger. And I saw they're remaking it. Are they right?
I hope not.
They're going to make her a Tesla.
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, the Christine song has been on it's a bucket list of a song of mine I wanted to write. And when we were writing for this record, I was going back through some older demos I'd had, just to go back and listen to something that maybe I had overlooked, or something that maybe just to hear. And I found the music for a little bit of that song, Christine, and I had it listed as Christine. And I was like, whoa, I did start working on this. I must have been drunk late one night years ago working on this. And so I brought it back from the demo graveyard, and over the COVID lockdown, I probably watched Christine about 15, 20 times. So it was just on the constant shuffle on my DVD player. And I sat down and I tried to write the riff of what that car. So when you listen to that song, I want you to actually feel like that's the car, the engine. The guitar riff is the engine, and it's just running over people.
So good.
Good violent family song.
Yeah, family fun for everyone. Yeah,
most definitely.
Oh man, talking about remakes, but did you see the Hellraiser trailer got released this morning? Or
I heard about it. I have yet to see it. So again, I'll give anything a try, but so far the remakes and a lot of stuff, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not saying it sucks or it just doesn't really appeal to me. The CGI stuff that came out, and like 20 years ago it just killed like horror for me. So that's why you can always find me watching old movies, or I'll take an old school guy in a rubber monster mask than some CGI thing that doesn't seem touchable to me.
Well, I think they've gone practical with this. I saw it, and even I was skeptical, and I was like, holy shit, this thing looks amazing. So
yeah, it could be great. It could be great. I didn't even know there was a new one coming out or anything. So actually, right before I came out to do these interviews, someone goes, "New Hellraiser trailer's out. She's a girl." I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah. I always picture my Hellraiser pinhead with a dick. So I don't know.
Hey, old Dougie. Yeah. Old Doug Bradley. What a legend. But mate, as we mentioned before, the last couple of years have been very difficult for a lot of folks, and pretty much everyone I know unfortunately has lost someone close to them. Like I have, and other friends of mine. There's a song on here, the last track, which is Other Side, and it's just incredible, man. I think it's such a touching, beautiful tribute to those people, and it's so relatable.
Yeah.
I think that's going to touch a lot of people, dude.
I hope so. Those are the kind of songs that are the hardest for me to release. I won't say write. They're not. It wasn't hard to write. It wasn't hard to sing those words because I needed to get those words out. The hardest part is I'm the Duke of Spook. I'm the guy that writes fantasy fun songs that you don't have to think about your real life, and if I'm singing about death, I'm singing about it in a horror movie tongue-in-cheek kind of way. But when I actually have to, when I write a song that's a personal thing like that, it's just literally like just bearing my entire skeleton to people. So it's always a little scary to release that because I don't know what people are going to think about it, but I did feel deep down inside when we recorded the song and the vocals, and like I said, it's dedicated to my mother and Joey, and when I finished it, I felt like I had like a little bit of closure with that a bit. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, man, I was like, Joey Jordison is loved all over the world. Yeah. So maybe people can hear this song too and maybe get a little closure with that too. Or it doesn't even have to be that. Like you said, it seems like everybody lost somebody, whether it was due to COVID or just something. And it's relatable is exactly like you said. It's a relatable thing, and I didn't try to make it too sad. I don't think it's I don't know, it's almost like an uplifting kind of song, and it the record starts off horrifying and then kind of ends on that note, and I thought that was a cool place to leave it.
Absolutely, man. And it got me, like, it really got me hard, and I think you've nailed it, bro. Yeah,
thank you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Good to hear.
Absolutely. And of course, Murderdolls is you've been playing part of a few tracks, I think, part of the 20th anniversary.
Yes.
Smashing that out. I mean, that's a massive part of music history and something that's important for me. I remember when I got the album and it just completely changed the fucking game, man. And I just saw, you know what I mean? Like I saw so many, the path went from baggy pants and tip, you know, it's like, and then all these people were starting to go down the hot and embracing the horror, embracing punk, embracing that other side. And man, it's such a special album and a special band.
It was a great moment. It was definitely unique, and this, when we came out, it was, the music scene was kind of in shambles. Like the new metal thing was kind of going down. You know, Slipknot was ready to take a break. Obviously, that's why Joey did the project.
Yep.
But we just came in with our, you know, our personalities and the songs, and it worked. It was punk, it was goth, it was glam, it was rock, it was everything that everybody else wasn't at that time. And you know, it was just a good time, and it worked. You know, it worked all over the world, some places better than others. The UK was insane for us. Like I remember doing album signings for that album, and we were in London and like 2,000 kids showed up and only like 400 got in. And we were trying to leave the record store, and all those kids are chasing us down through Piccadilly Circus and shaking our van. It was like it was a Beatles moment. It was crazy, you know, man. But that's what kicked off my career. And that's why I called this tour we're on right now the 20 Years of Fear tour, because 20 years ago is when the album came out. And my world changed. So during our live show, we have a section in the middle of the set where I talk about Murderdolls and I talk about Joey and dedicate a little 3-song section to him in our show. So it goes over great every night. Some nights I can do it really good. Some nights I get choked up. But we do it every night, and we've been doing it every year. This year on the previous tour. So. Dude's got a lot of people that love him and still love him, and when you know, we have the part of the show where we can dedicate it to him, it's just you can just feel that atmosphere there.
Mate, what a beautiful celebration, mate, of not only Joey but your career, because I've been a fan since the first Murderdolls album, man. I've seen how far you've come and how much you've done and how much you've achieved, and just kicked fucking ass. And I'm proud to say I'm a fan. And man, Australia especially loves what you do, man. Like, we love having you down here, you know.
Well, hopefully, I was checking some emails this week, and we've been offered a tour for Australia as early as January coming up. So yes, raise those horns.
I am very, very keen. No, I only did one. I need two.
So it's going to be good. So yeah, we just got an offer for that. So I just need to speak it over with the agents and see if logistics on it and everything. But I was excited to see that email that said Australia tour offer, and soon, you know.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So count me in. I'll be there, bro. I'll be there in an absolute heartbeat. So
me too. Hopefully, me too.
And I'll see if I can find you that scare glow this time. I went on this hunt last time we spoke. You said I need a scare glow. Did you get one? Have you got a scare glow?
I've got the remake. I've got like 3 or 4 of the new ones, but I yet to have an original scare glow. He's hard to find, and he's pricey.
I found one.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, I've got a scare glow. I was like, oh, cool, man. Because like, there's a dude I know, it's Jason, when he goes, yeah, it's going to cost you. And I was like, man, I love Wednesday, but man, I can't afford
I'm the same way. I found him, but the price on him, I can't justify the price on it, because it's just like, I mean, I think at that point I'd already stopped collecting He-Man when Scare Glow came out. It's crazy how he became such a and even that the Horde Trooper as well is another one that's kind of expensive, hard to get a hold of. So I'll eventually get one. I'll find it. I mean, like I said, I've seen them, but I can't pay the price on it. But I did find a Snake Mountain in the box last tour, $350. bought it without hesitation.
Money down. Money
Yeah,
down.
that's a good price. But people are selling scare glow for $350. I'm like, no.
It's it, eh?
No.
I'll keep looking. One day I'll find you one. It'll be like very old, like in The Simpsons, you know, when Bart and Homer go to Itchy and Scratchy, the movie. It'll be like that.
Yes.
It'll be like really old dudes, and I'll be like, you know?
That'll be great.
Well, man, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show again. As always, mate, Horrifier is out on October 7, and we'll have all the links down here, and we'll see you in January, I hope.
Yeah, I saw the last week of January was the tour offer. So, and it's going to be a really unique tour as well. So I was smiling when I saw it. I went, really? Okay. That's going to be fun.
Can you tell me?
Well, the support bands will be unusual, but awesome. It's just something that, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I can't give it away, but when I heard it, I was like, really? That's a really cool idea. I just haven't, you know, all I can say is people know what my favorite kind of music is. So imagine if we could bring some of those older bands with us.
Whoa.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Keep your secret.
All I can say.
Yeah. All right, brother. Enjoy the rest of your tour. Stay safe. We'll see you in the new year, and keep kicking ass, my man.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
See you, buddy.
Bye.